Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Catherine. I'm here at Harvard Forest and we've had a lot of new teachers join our Buds, Leaves, and Global Warming project this year, which is really exciting. So I thought it might be really helpful for folks to get a quick visual video of how to tag and set up your tree for the tree study. All you're gonna need are a couple really basic supplies. So you might have some aluminum tags, like if you came to our Summer Institute. If you didn't, you can certainly purchase tags like this pretty inexpensively. Or you could use something like flagging tape or electrical tape, also works well for this. If you're going to be using the aluminum tags, you're going to want to use some plastic covered wire. That'll help protect the tree, and a trusty Sharpie. So what I have done is I've selected this particular tree because I know it's a tree that is native to my area, and I've determined that there's really no hazards right around here. There's no poison ivy. There's plenty of space to stand and walk around, so this would be a really good spot to bring a group of students to. So, as you know, we want to have at least 2 branches on every tree marked off for the study for replication. And what I'm going to do with my first tree, I'm going to call tree 1. This is tree 1. And it is a red maple. And I know it's a red maple because its leaves are oppositely arranged on the branch, so they're directly opposite each other on the stem. And the sinuses on the leaf are fairly shallow, and the edges of the leaf are what we call double-toothed. So it has sort of like a fringy pattern. So again, opposite and kind of the fringy pattern on the outside. So I'll call this tree 1A. And I want to be looking at the first 6 leaves on my branch. So this will be 1A. And here's how we look and count for that. So here's my branch, and I am going to be looking, I'm going to skip the terminal bud, so the 2 leaves that are like oppositely arranged around the terminal bud, I'm going to skip those, and I'm going to look at the 6 that are behind it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that brings me to this spot right here. So again, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will place my marker here. And again, you could be using sandwich wrapper wire. That's pretty handy. You could be using electrical tape. You could be using flagging tape. I'm going to do this so that it's loose. You don't want to pinch the stem, do any damage. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher and just give it just a little gentle pinch so that it's not coming down. Another trick that I have learned that a lot of teachers use with a lot of success is that they will write the number of the leaf on the back directly. So, oh, there's a cool like insect casing on the underside of this. That's cool. So I would do leaf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. So now my branch is actually all set up and ready for my students to come and make an observation. And I would do a similar setup on a second branch on this tree. So this is where the coating comes in, and I picked this particular tree because we're already starting to see some color, and that makes it interesting. So the color coding is a 1 to 4 scale, and it's looking at percentages of color change. So you want to see how much green is left, basically. So you'll want to look at, so let's do, for example, we'll do this leaf. So this is my leaf 2. So there is still a fair amount of green, and we're thinking, okay, is it 0 to 25? Is it 26 to 50? Is it 51 to 75? Or is it 76 to 100? So if I were to try to imagine all of the red on that leaf kind of squishing to one side, you know, what percentage of that leaf does it have? I feel like it's like right on the edge of 1 and 2. And I think I would probably code this as a 1. But that could be a great conversation to have with your students. Then you're going to want to make sure you take a step back and look at the whole tree as well and get your whole tree color. Again, using that same ranking, but is it looking at, you know, again, 0 to 25, 26 to 50, 51 to 75, 76 to 100. And I, again, would code this probably the same. I probably code this, well, yeah, I might get closer to 2. So now that we've got all the other leaves kind of taking into consideration here, yeah, I think I would code this whole tree as a 2. Awesome. Just to show you some of the other leaves and some of the different patterns you can see. Some really interesting patterns this time of year as the colors are starting to change. So now my tree branch is all set up, and I can keep coming back out for the next few weeks and keep track of these leaves and how the color is changing. And I'm going to leave that tag there over the winter so that I can come back in the spring and look at the buds and the leaf growth in the spring. All right. Thanks, guys. Have fun out there.